Hey everybody, Charlie902 here, and welcome back to Obduction. We last left off, well, we got the water flowing towards the green tree here in the Villian world. So now we're going to follow the water pipe back, and I think we're probably going to have to do something about that bleeder tower. So let's talk to CW. Hopefully he's gotten all the panels up where they need to be. And I would assume that will allow us to go up to the waterfall area. And if I were to guess correctly, that would probably lead to where the bleeder is based off of... Well, that's the only other place that we can go through the membrane. And we know from a picture that we saw that there is a path that leads to the bleeder antenna or bleeder tower. So anyway, let's head over here and talk to him, see what he says. All right, steps here. He's over this way. I really thought there'd be more involved with that cart, but I guess I'm glad they didn't overplay their hand with that as well. We only had to use it for 2 of these domes. This one here and then the Captar, I think it's called. All right, so first of all, are we clear to go up there now? Well, we're not going to know from this way. Yes. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, before we continue on, let's go talk to Grumpy McGee over here. See what he has to say. All right. Boom.
Bleeder. If everything's connected, we'll be headed home.
Okay. I was warned to save here, and I had to look up how to do that because it's not obvious, right? There's no save game here. So what you do is you go to load game, and I've done it once just in case things got out of hand, and you go down here and you hit the down arrow, and that makes a copy. Very unintuitive. But we're going to save here because I think there are multiple endings. And I know we're near the end because I believe the bleeder is the last thing we have to do. But I don't know how we trigger multiple endings. I don't recall there being any choices that I've made that would cause there to be multiple endings, but we'll just go ahead and see. So I don't know why I'm headed out this way. We know we need to go up here to where the waterfall is, or at least we suspect that. And we got to destroy the bleeder somehow. I'm guessing we'll just overload a circuit or just turn it off or whatever. All right, so we're back up here. We were here at the beginning of the game, back when this elevator worked, which required water power, which we don't have right now. Multiple directions. Where does this go? Do we need that water going there? What if we can't turn it off? Can't turn it off. Okay. So water is stuck going that direction. So that means we only have this direction to go. It should lead into, yeah, a cave like I expected. And yeah, okay, so this is exactly where I thought it would be. That will take us to the bleeder. Where does this take us? To a different view of the bleeder. Awesome. All right, so Let's head up here. Oh, there's just dynamite here. So we just do this. Was this designed this way to have a dynamite failsafe to blow this up when needed, or did somebody set this up specifically for this event? One will never know. Now, where was the plunger we saw? I saw a plunger many episodes back, and I pressed it. It did nothing. I assume it goes to this. What color was the cable for that? It was like a red cable, right? Go down there now. We don't need to. Where was that plunger? I want to say it was mayor's office. Also, does this look different now? It looks about the same. Apparently he's put one more on there. All right, let's check the mayor's office out, see if that plunger's there. I think it was like outside, kind of. Not here. Was it here? Was it? It might have been up top. That would make sense. Because there's all the gauges and stuff up there. Kaptar, Mofang, Moray, and Hunrath. And then there's a way to communicate. Is it here? Oh, yeah, it is there. Okay. All right, so let's blow up Megaton. Oh, that's a horrible, horrible explosion effect. Absolutely horrible. What is that? It's like Duke Nukem 3D explosion. What?
Almost there.
Almost there.
Real good. Not much left. Just waiting for all the natural way of things to happen now. Lots of folks left behind.
What, the power?
Reckon they've passed. I don't move real well, carving legs. You can see how useful these tracks is to me.
Oh, is that you?
Not sure what's getting into them crazy Capitar critters, but they ain't unplugging my battery. We're going home, not wherever. All right now, I'll power up my override. When the time comes, it works a lot like them little swappers. It'll swap us home. You didn't spend much time here, and that ain't a bad thing. But there were some fine folk. Some real fine folk.
So is this the bad ending, or are we killing everybody?
I reckon you got the best seat in the house up there. Well, this is it. It's been a long time since I've seen her. Very long indeed. Black puppy. Seems like it's bringing them joy.
They do love their particle effects. All right. Hey, we're here. Oh, we probably don't want to be here.
This ain't. What the hell happened here?
I like that cloud.
What happened? This ain't Earth, is it? But no, I don't know. It's gone. All gone.
It doesn't line up with what's here.
There's nothing left.
Like the cutout of these mountains don't line up with the mountains that we have in here. I know there's erosion and stuff, but that's not even close. Look at that. Huh. Are we turned or something?
No.
Caroline. Caroline.
We all made it. But most couldn't swap. Is it too late?
Is Caroline Farley's first name?
But I didn't. I figured you was home. I'm so sorry, Caroline.
I know, Cecil. It just wasn't meant to be this way.
It's a haboob. We had a few dust storms like this when I was in Iraq that they'd roll in and you just couldn't see anything when you're inside. It's very disorienting. Something tells me this is a little more than a dust storm. It's definitely more fluid looking. We're all gonna die, aren't we? We have the bad music. Oh, that's been burning. Yeah, here it comes. Where's the mummy's face? Block out the sun. Fade to black. Oh, we just go straight to the ending. It says, thank you. Achievement unlocked. Personal thanks. Obduction. Developed by Cyan. Got Rand Miller, Tony Fryman, Ryan Warzecha. I'm not going to read the rest. Awesome job. Pretty good game. Acting, a bit lackluster. I feel like CW seemed a bit out of place with his FMV and then turning into a 3D model there at the very end. I feel that could have been executed a little bit better. Puzzles were okay. I like the premise of trying to figure out what happened and where you're at and the different aliens and the different worlds, and swapping things is very Portal-esque, but still done differently. So I did like that. Modern controls, man, such a good thing to have modern controls. And it's still a good-looking game. I believe this came out, 2016, 2015, around then. And here in 2022, it still holds up well as far as visuals and effects. Even the textures look pretty good. The sprites on the explosions at the end, that was horrible. I think that could have been done differently. And, the swapping multiple times to move the maze around, I think that could have been done a little more streamlined. The numbering system, I still don't understand. I guess I accidentally got Farley, even though it said Caroline, which I thought was somebody else, but apparently it's Caroline Farley, which we found out at the end. I solved that by dumb luck. I don't know how the numbering system works. I can read the rules all day long. It's not divisible by 4, but it is base of 4. But I still don't have the mental capacity to put 2 and 2 together on that and figure out that numbering system. Thankfully, it doesn't seem that I needed to in order to beat it, but I can only assume that if you didn't get the right combination by dumb luck, like I remember that door by the dying villain being closed, and I assume that getting Farley or at least pulling up a certain number of people in storage, maybe you had to pull up a certain number just to figure out that they're still alive. So you had that knowledge going forward. I don't know what opened the door, is what I'm trying to say, in that office. And I feel like there was little to no feedback or indication of what you needed to do and or what did happen to cause that to happen, other than an achievement popping up from Steam saying Sweet Caroline to let me know that I did something. I thought maybe I just found like a secret member or backer or something like that. Anyway, overall, good game. Certainly super fun. I certainly see the Cyan style and influence, especially with hidden paths behind doors. But it does feel very different than the Myst series of games. But I didn't dislike it. I actually really enjoyed this game. And if you haven't played it, I definitely would recommend you pick it up. As far as I know, I think some of the codes and stuff are randomized, just like Myst games, so that you can't just watch somebody else's playthrough and just copy everything they did and get to the end. But I may be wrong on that. You guys let me know in the comments. We're going to let the credits roll, and then we're going to go right into, I believe there's 2 endings based off of some of the comments that I've heard. We're going to try to figure out how to get the other ending. I think we got the bad ending there with everybody dying, so I can't see how that would be the good one. But I don't know. I guess it depends on your outlook on life, right? But we'll check it out. I've got some suspicions as how to get to the second ending, and I think it all has to do with his battery he's been asking me to hook up. Maybe if we disconnect that, then we'll warp somewhere else. I still don't see how that saves everybody in containment, but I don't know. We'll see. I couldn't find the book you guys told me that I missed, but I guess I didn't need that either. Or maybe that book, let me know in the comments, maybe that book that I missed would actually tell me how to get that door open at the end right before the Doomsday device. And maybe I just dumb lucked it again. And I'm sorry if that's disappointing to you, but that's where we're at. And anyway, we're going to let the credits roll. And then, like I said, we're going to load up that backup that we made. Or maybe it'll let me just continue from where I'm at. We'll see where the menu goes. And then we'll try disconnecting his battery and then blowing up the bleeder and seeing what happens then. And then maybe everybody lives in harmony at the end. Because we have some of those Mofang in storage. So if everybody in storage ends up making it, then we'll still have the guys that we went to war with for whatever reason. I didn't even get a resolution on that. Like, why did we go to war with them? Is it never explained? I'm fine with it never being explained, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious, which I'm sure I probably did. But yeah, why we're at war with them, what started that? Because it sounded like at the beginning we were very peaceful with them and we were trading knowledge and information, and then we just went and unloaded a bunch of nukes that we found in a sub and destroyed those guys. Who knows? So at the K's, I'm assuming these are every backer. Some of the backers are in the comments on my videos. Hello, backers. Thank you for backing this game. If I would have known about this game back when it was being kickstarted, and if I would have already played the other Cyan Myst games, I would have definitely backed this as well. But I can't go change the past. So I thank you guys for doing that as well. I know they have a new game. Let me look up the name of it again. I have it written down on my list of games to consider playing. It is called Firmament. I think they're currently back kickstarting that, or they're currently developing it. I'll have to check. But I think that's going to be the next game from Cyan that looked pretty good. It looked like it had a lot more suspense and tension than these adventure puzzle games tend to have. Games like the Myst series, Uru, and even this game is very relaxed, slow pace. Go try to figure out puzzles. Very difficult to like die. Like you can die in some of them, but it's a very deliberate thing. I imagine if we went up to the Doomsday device, that probably would have killed us as well. But for the most part, it's kind of just like exploration and trying to figure out a story and trying to figure out the puzzles. But it looks like Firmament may be a little more tense and even more actiony based off of what little I saw on that. So definitely looking forward to that. Also, I need to play another game after this. I'm thinking Quern, Quern, Cairn? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I'm thinking that. There's also a few other adventure puzzle games. May even look into some point and click games. It's been a long time since I played a point and click game. I think Machinarium may have been one of the last ones that I played. I've played all of the King's Quest games. Speaking of which, Roberta Williams and her husband have stated that they are working on another Sierra game. Haven't told anything about it. I'm assuming a King's Quest game, or it could be a new IP. Super excited about that. But anyway, back in the day, played the King's Quest games. I absolutely love those. Police Quest games, Space Quest games, Escape from Monkey Island games. I've played all of those. Siberia, a few of those. There's a new Siberia game that just came out a couple weeks ago. Definitely interested in playing that as well. So you may see that on the channel soon. But yeah, sooner or later, though, we're going to run out of adventure puzzle games, and then what are we going to do? Point and click? Yeah, sure. I don't know. We'll have to see what's on the horizon. Take a look at a few things, but I think we're going through them faster than they're making them, which is fine. So we may have to look at different genres here before too long. How are we back in the A's? I must have missed what the heading was for that. So back in the A's. We'll watch this credit scroll this first time, and then we're going to do the second ending, which I don't think will take long if I'm correct in my assumption about disconnecting the battery. And then we'll skip it the second time because we don't just need to sit here and watch it twice. And then, yeah, that'll do it. So let me know in the comments some more games or at least genres of games you guys may be interested in, because right now, if I check my list, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish adventure puzzle games to complete. And then we move on to probably a different genre, at least until another adventure puzzle game comes out. What do you guys think about horror games? Not as in just bloody chop chop, but like, escape, running, puzzle completion type horror games in the vein of like Numbra and Amnesia type games. Let me know if that's something that may be interested in. Also, survival type games, such as like The Island, Stranded Deep, Green Hell, games like that. Let me know if those are interesting to you guys as well. I'm still going to continue with single-player RPG type games, as on the channel, because that's my passion. So I just finished Elden Ring, 162 episodes for that. Awesome game. I'm playing it again on my PS5 just as a chill playthrough, just because I had so much fun playing through it on my Let's Play. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I'm looking into that one. I may start recording that one here pretty soon, in addition to whatever game comes after this. I haven't decided yet. I want to see some reviews on it and see if it's just not just a reskinned Borderlands 3. If it's more than that, then yeah, I'll play it. But if it's just a reskinned Borderlands 3 or more like a mod for it, then I may skip it. but I want to look at some reviews. Star Citizen's got a new update coming out here soon, so there should be some more Star Citizen content coming out here periodically based off of the new update. But there's still just not enough substance there for me to do a complete series episodically. So it's still going to be here and there content that kind of catches my eye, new ships, new locations, and new gameplay stuff. And then I'll probably go away from that until something else comes out for it. Still believe in that project. I still think it's going to be great once it's complete, but it's still got a long road ahead of it. So I'm not expecting anything major to come out anytime soon other than just some cool ships and hopefully some more gameplay loops. And let's go through my list of games here. I'll start hitting on some stuff that looks interesting. So yeah, Elden Ring's done. We can erase that from my list. Obduction is, for all intents and purposes, that's complete. Return of the Obra Dinn is one I need to play. Wildermyth I'm interested in. That's an RPG type game. Are you guys interested in that? Gorogoa is one I want to play, but I think it's only like 2 hours long. So I will play that, but it's only going to be a few episodes if I do. What about farming sim type games? And I mean like Stardew Valley type or My Time at Portia. Is that something that would be interesting to watch? Let me know. There is a cool RPG that I'm looking into about dogs and tanks. It's called Fuga Melodies. If you have any experience with that, or if you're interested in watching that, let me know. Apparently, it is a JRPG where you're a family of dogs that drives a tank, which, I mean, like, how's that not interesting already, right? And then to use special moves, you have to sacrifice dogs, which are family members, in order to beat certain battles, but it can be done without sacrificing the dogs. At least that's the short write-up that I read on that. So that sounds interesting. Definitely going to check that out. Firmament we've talked about. Desolatium was recommended to me, so I'll have to check that out. Gem Wizard Tactics is one that's interesting to me. There's also Triangle Tactics, I believe, is one that just recently came out. Let me go ahead and add that to the list here. Triangle Strategy, I believe it's called. I believe that's Square, too. Squaresoft game. Starfield will be November 11th. I'm super excited about that. That'll be like an Elden Ring type game where I'm just probably going to binge it till I complete it and then put out all the episodes episodically. The New Siberia is one that's definitely on the list. So I think we're going to do Cairn next, and then we're probably going to do the New Siberia. There's a game called Soldiers that's not complete yet, but I'm looking for it to be completed. I don't like to play early access other than like Star Citizen. I like to wait for them to be complete. But Soldiers, Souldiers, so Soldiers with a soul. Takes like some Norse mythology, some like Ragnarok themes and stuff, and it's a Metroidvania type game, which I enjoy those types of games because once again, it allows that exploration element, which I love in video games so much. There's a few Telltale games we may look into. I've been told to look into Infra series, as well as Submachine. And then there's a game I was looking at on Steam that kind of caught my eye called The Quarry. June 1st it comes out, and it's kind of like a homage to the Jason movies where you're escaping from a big bad and you have to kind of like survive. That's about all I know of it. The graphics look good. It look very atmospheric. But yeah, that's what I got on the plate right now. We'll see how it goes. We're coming up very quickly on, I think 1 year will be August of this year. No, July of this year. So, yeah, we're over 6 month mark now. We've got 321 as the last check subscribers. So thank you guys all for that. As we all know, the goal for partnership is 1,000 subscribers. We already have the hours watched requirement. We have a ton of hours watched requirement. Actually, we've blown that out of the water. We just don't have the subscribers, and I'm hoping we'll get there, but we'll see. If we make it to the year mark and we're not where we need to be, then I'm going to make a decision whether or not to continue the channel. And it's not because I have to be monetized for this to be viable. That's not the case. This is a hobby for me. But it's just kind of telling me that, hey, maybe I'm not as successful at it as I thought I would be at that point. But I don't know. Maybe a year is not enough time. Maybe that's not a reasonable amount of time to assume that I would be successful at this or not. But this does take a lot of time and effort to do. That I stay up super late at night so that I don't take away from family time. But it does kind of get on. Does kind of make you weary to constantly have to do this. It takes a little bit of the fun out of playing video games when you feel like you have to meet quotas and deadlines. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to quit the channel or anything like that. I still enjoy doing this, but it's not as simple as one might think it would be. There's a lot that goes into this. For every episode I record, there's also the editing, rendering, and uploading process that goes along with it. So I would say recording is probably a fourth of the effort that goes into making this channel. And yeah, it's just helpful to get some feedback and to get to see those numbers go up because it makes you feel like you're successful. But here over the past month or so, it's kind of plateaued a bit. It's kind of got me down a little bit. So hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully we'll continue to do an upward trend. But we went into a huge spike January and February. We regained like almost 100 subscribers, and now we've plateaued to where we've gained about 20 in the same time frame. So I don't know if my channel's just not as appealing to people anymore, if because of the lack of Star Citizen content coming out, which I don't want my channel to only be that. I just like to do that on the side, but I don't know. We'll have to see. How long are these credits? Do they just continuously go? Because if that's the case, I'm going to cut out a big chunk of this. I would think that at some point this part would stop. But we shall see. We're on the K's again. I feel like we've went through the same backers over and over and over. And if that's the case, we'll wait until we get to the end of this. We'll just hit back. But I typically don't want to cut credit short because I want to give credit where where credit is due. Turning in an unmarked crank for some reason. This is a weird way to do this. We're going by first name alphabetically. Let's write the L's. Lord Michael of the Apostle Clan, Lord of Donkeys, Lord of the Otters, Lord Nightmare, at the M's, and yeah, we're still going. I'll try to make sure that we watch what happens after the Z's here and see if it just repeats. I don't think it is. It's just a lot of credits here. Still at the MAs. MA still. ME finally. I honestly didn't expect the credits to be this long. At least we're on the MIs now. Just Mike. Boom. And we're still watching. Mr. Slippery. Napoleon Martinez. All right, we're at the ends. So many Nathans. Nathaniels. Naughty Cat. Aquarion. All caps because he's yelling. Nikki Hutchins. Nina Aarons. And the O's. And the P's. We're getting there. Frozen Trout George. Lowercase Paul Harden. Peg Lovelace lowercase. Peter Soul Lifter Miller. Peter Laser FX Street. Stoneboy. Almost done with the P's. Here we are at Q's. Q's are done. At the R's. Probably will be quite a few R's and S's and T's. Come on. Other question, since we're here, and for the two of you that have watched for this long, face cam, is that something I should do while playing? Or do you just enjoy hearing my dulcet tones while watching a full Let's Play? Free of clutter, of overlays, and my face. Just let me know. I feel like if I do something like a scary type game, I should probably put my face on there because people want to see the reactions, right? But for something like this, I don't know if that's the case or not. But it would be helpful because I could show the notes that I'm writing as well. And that may be interesting to some people. That would be interesting to me, I think, because I show these notes to my wife, and she's like, I don't understand why you play video games. It looks so stressful to me. She sees all these notes of like these numbering systems and all these different diagrams that I've drawn, and she's like, that just looks like work. It's like I'm over here trying to, write hieroglyphics and stuff. All right, we're on the S's. Will probably be quite a few S's. Live streaming, I could do that. I'm nervous about it, but it is something I want to work up to. What types of games would you like to see live streamed? I could see something that's long, slow, and arduous, like some of these longer RPGs that I play that require grinding and other things could be maybe better as like a live stream, and then I could chop it up and upload to YouTube episodically as well. But I don't know if that's worth my time, at least not yet, not until I get more followers. So I really don't want to stream to like one or two individuals. That's another commitment to where I have to block off big chunks of time that I got to take away from my career and my family. But I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on the interest of it. We're at the T's. The Bus. The Heller Vogel Family. The Sweet Roll Thief. The Ugly Duck. The Uptons. The Sun's Anvil. And the Tomas. Thor. Dude's name is Thor. That's awesome. Thor Hanks. Is that a common name in like Denmark, Norway, Sweden, places like that? Thor? That's pretty badass, I must say. And the Toms. Tonys. I don't think there'll be a whole lot after the T's, but I could be mistaken. We're in the Tylers. Tysons. Here we go. U's. All right, straight to V's. Now we're in W's. Lots of wills. That makes sense. Wolfgang. All right, now we're at the X. Y's. Come on, Z's. There we are. And now we got the weird letters that I can't understand. Apparently there's pimp. All right, do we do it? All right, I'm not seeing anything else. What? Abduction babies. That sounds horrible. I know that's the babies that were born during the game's production, but it sounds like something else. Beer and tacos, yeah, that's always a good thing. One of the best things about living in Texas, there's always barbecue, brisket, tacos, and beer everywhere. All right, so no option to continue, so we're going to load this one. I think it's this one. See if that works. Uh-oh. What, where are we at? So, what has been completed? I think this is before we hit the plunger. It may save that automatically because I don't think that was the correct copy. Let's go see real quick. So we know we need to go all the way over here. We need to disconnect the battery, which is up here. Boom. Boom. All right, so let's not do the battery part. Battery disconnected. Close that. That way CW doesn't notice. Whoop. Okay, let's go down here. I guess we'll check the bleeder. I don't know if it's already connected or not, so we'll just go up here and check it. Won't take too long. Then we'll blow it up and see what the other ending is. If that is indeed the criteria for the other ending, I can't think of any other thing that would cause a difference, because it seems like we're disrupting the natural order of things by his device, which requires power. Or we can just go ahead and let the tree take us to where the tree wants to take us, now that they're connected and watered. Yeah, we're ready to blow. Okay, let's go do it. What is that green? What was that green we just saw? Anomaly, maybe? Or maybe it was actually doing its thing and we just saw it then. Where it releases the energy. Alright, so down here, and then we go up to the tower. And hopefully see the second ending. I believe we will. I don't really see any other way. Maybe we have to get somebody out of storage. Maybe that's why that storage thing exists. Maybe we have to get the right person out. And maybe they're like, no, CW is an idiot. This is what you need to do. And I'm just like, yeah, I knew he was an idiot. He's also mean. But, you know, I got to beat the game because I have viewers and they want me to beat it. They don't want me to abandon CW to just die. Because that's what I want to do. He's an asshole to us for no reason. All right, so go back up to the tower. Beep. Beep. All right, let's do it. And horrible, horrible effect. Okay. He's still here. Now, we disconnected the battery, right? Yeah, we did.
Almost there. Real good. Not much left. Just waiting for all the natural way of things to happen now. Lots of folks left behind. But I reckon they've passed.
So you got different colors going now. It's not red anymore.
Real well. Carving legs. You can see how useful these tracks is to me. Not sure what's getting into them crazy capital critters, but they ain't unplugging my battery. We're going home.
Your battery's already unplugged. I unplugged it, not Captar.
All right now, I'll power up my override. When the time comes, it works a lot like them little swappers. It'll swap us home. You didn't spend much time here, and that ain't a bad thing. But there were some fine folk. Some real fine folk.
Looks like a lobster, kind of. Yeah, we got yellow this time instead of red.
I reckon you got the best seat in the house up there. Well, this is it.
Okay. Ah.
No. This can't. I don't. I checked. I checked everything.
That's what you get for being an asshole to me.
Tell me. Did you do this?
Yep. Ha.
Carving chance. I got no idea where we're headed now. You're sending us to hell for all I know.
Ooh, that would be badass if it was like we arrived in like literal hell. Alright, where are we going? Where are we at? We got an achievement, Scattered Seeds. On a new planet, I think.
What in places?
Oh, we're all getting to the same place.
I'll be
Oh, I see.
Harley. She got it right. She got it right.
Cecil.
Caroline? Caroline?
This is so incredible.
Dear Lord. You made it. How many others?
We all made it. I'm heading your way. Stay where you are.
That's cool. We can get purple trees or magenta trees. So we're meant to propagate and colonate this land, right? That's what this is all about, spreading the seeds, if you will, us races to cultivate the galaxy. Is that all you're going to do? Just look back that way? He's down here, right? So, now what? Do we leave? Doesn't work. He's still here. He's chilling. Oh, fade to black. All right, so that's the good ending, I think. All right, we're not going to watch the credits again. All right, that's going to do it for this series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or subscribe. Stay tuned for the next series. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.